I sure hope everything is working. Hello everybody. I think the stream is live. I really hope there's audio playing. But welcome to the first stream. I'll give it 2 more minutes to let everyone settle in because we are still a little early. That being said, I am curious. Was anybody hearing music at the start? Because I was playing some, but I'm not sure if it was going through. Might could do being a bit louder. All right, if that's what you want. I have to warn a lot of you that I am quite the loud person. But hello everybody and welcome to the stream. We have nothing. We have a blank canvas at the beginning, but hopefully by the end of this will be all nice and filled up. That being said, as you've seen from the thumbnail, we're going to be drawing Gangle today, which is a little interesting, I guess. Not the polar bear in the snow. Wait, here. All right, thank you all for coming to the stream. This has been really fun. I hope you all like the drawing we did. But no, we are going to be drawing Gangle, which is... And I don't know how to describe it, so I guess it's best to show you. I had an idea for just like a kind of poster thing, and before you judge me, I'll just put it out there that I drew this on my phone with my fingers, so the sketch is going to look a little wonky, but this is what we're setting out to draw today. It's it'll hopefully look a lot better than this. But with that being said, we can begin. After I take the sweatshirt off because it got hot down here fast. So, I hope you all enjoyed this little insight into my drawing process. First off, I do want to say hello to everybody who's there. I see Dempsey J Illustrations, Apple Flavors, Caden King. I really don't want to butcher this name, but I'm sorry if I do. Endram Odai, Matthew Mangrum, and I think there's a couple others that were earlier in the chat. Sneaky Raptor Squad. Yes, thank you all so much for coming. And, well, you're going to get to see how I draw now, so I hope you enjoy. Hello, the Dragonsmith. How are you today? It is what day of the week is it? It is a Sunday afternoon, at least for me. I hope you've all enjoyed your weekend. I gotta say mine was fruitful, productive to say the least. Got a lot of editing done, and with a few schedule changes, already way ahead of schedule on not tomorrow's video, obviously, because I wouldn't be here if tomorrow's video was not done. This is ridiculous. You gotta start off with the circle. Yes, thank you, Dempsey. If you would like to leave a like, the button is conveniently located somewhere on this stream. I think it's down right below me. It might be, actually. And Dempsey, I believe, what was it? Because I've been watching your streams for a while. It's like 20 likes, and then YouTube decides people can, push it out to see if those words worked. Oh, that's not right. KyngPin reminds me of Alistar without the creepy and static part. When I tell you that on this computer, there is a voice mod app that I haven't touched in years. If I knew how it worked, I might be able to do a radio voice. But I can definitely do the tone of speak, the cadence, without the radio part. The radio part is just a little out of my human range. You would look at... So, came across your channel. It's quite nice. Thank you, Dragonsmith. Around 20 likes, and it shares it to more. All right, that's fine. Done. Leave a like on all your videos. Oh, thank you, Caden King. All right, don't know what happened there. I just got a pop-up. So I actually do have the voice mod. So if I can get it to work, maybe we can have a little fun with voice acting. Well, you would look... Well... Sorry, I'm not reading that in the right voice. Apple Flavor says, well, would you look at what you got? I haven't done bloopers in a while on the videos. I mean, that's not like applications. Can you please let me draw? The bloopers aren't something like I've consciously decided not to do. It's the bloopers have just been like when recording. Nothing's been funny. It's just been me like being like, that take wasn't okay. That take was okay. Let me do that again. I'll tell you the last video, oh, did I cut out? Couldn't hear the Alistar voice. Guess we'll just have to do it again. Testing. Testing. Is this thing on? Well, would you look at we got hit. I can't read. Well, would you look at what we got here today, folks? This will be a magnificent show. I really hope there's audio. This is going to be really bad if I'm... Oh, come on. I can guarantee you exactly why there's no audio. It's because I've opened up the voice changer app. All right, heard it that time? All right, we're going to experiment with voice changers another time because, like I said, I haven't touched the program in many years, and I don't know the whole input thing. Figuring out this mic here was a hassle. It was cutting out on that one earlier, but you can hear you now. That's good. Yeah, so I actually have... Hey, Alan Animation, what's up? Glad you can enjoy the stream. Audio is weird, and I can't believe I'm admitting this because I want to go more into voice acting in like a professional sense, but audio is not my strong suit. So I wouldn't even say it's audio, actually. It's just like discovering inputs of stuff, and I'm sorry my head is cut off. I only have so much space to put the distance of the camera, but audio inputs are weird. So, for example, I have two mics here right now. I have this mic, which is plugged into an audio interface that is used for the recording, like actual videos. And I just happen to have the exact same mic in a spare for when I did a podcast with my father. So I'm kind of hijacking his mic. And this one is plugged directly into the computer through USB. So I understand this one a little more. So that's why we're using this one for streaming. And we haven't gotten anywhere on this drawing yet. Wait, let me catch up with the chat real quick. Idea, Has-Been Hotel, or Hell of a Boss characters in Skylanders. Okay, that's an interesting one because I haven't looked at Skylanders in a long time. So if you give me a second, I can make a note of that one. Apple Flavor says, I really wish I can show my own Alistar interpretation, but I guess it's not meant to be. Well, you can't. I don't know how you'll be able to show it on the stream, but if you do want me to hear it, I believe you just joined the Discord, so you can always send a voice message in there because I would love to hear it. I love voice acting and impressions, and I would love to hear your impression of it because it's interesting because with characters like Alistar, Alistair, one of the three. It's interesting because there's a voice the actor does. At least I'm assuming. I am by no means a professional. There's a voice the actor does, and then in post, they add all the radio effects to it. Unless the actor does, in fact, do the, the radio effects themselves, then, that's, I gotta say, that's pretty impressive if you can make radio static sound effects with your own voice. I personally cannot, but I can definitely do the showmanship voice. Man, that one was fun. I wish I gave Alistair more speaking parts in the last video, because really it was just the anime protag voice I did for the narrator of that episode was pretty cool, but Alistair's was definitely way more fun. So if it's to smile, should I do the comedy or the tragedy mask for this one? I think what's best to do is actually split it down the middle. So we'll have the comedy mask here, and then the tragedy one here. And then Gangle will be holding the mask up to her face because it's going to be broken. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, this is what we're working with here. It is a image that I drew with 2 seconds with my finger on my phone, probably while I was in the middle of making food. So discovering the details are going to be a little bit more of this process. Let's see, what's the chat got to say? Dempsey, it's not mine either, taking me 2 years to get audio right on the video that dropped recently. Yeah, it was so weird what happened with, I assume you're talking about Hell of a Boss as Dinosaurs, the first one, because it was really good, but as you've mentioned, like there was something got mixed up with the mixing, which honestly, like, other than drowning out the voices, I didn't have a problem with it because it was such soothing music. So it actually, I really liked it, even though it wasn't intentionally supposed to be that loud. Scott McDonald. Looney Tunes as Overwatch. That could be done. Looney Tunes as Overwatch could very well be done, because you have Bugs Bunny, who definitely has, I don't know, I want to say tracer energy for Bugs Bunny, just because with the whole teleportation thing, rabbits are fast, that kind of thing. I don't know. If I did that one, which is a really good idea, thank you, Scott, for that one, I would definitely have to research the Overwatch characters, because it has been a long time since I've played that one, and an even longer time since I've perceived an episode of Looney Tunes. Catching up on the Skylanders. I loved Skylanders too. I only played Apple Flavors. I only played one of the games, which was, I believe, Giants, which was really fun, but like, as a child, I didn't really have much money to buy many of the collectibles, so I was very limited in what I was able to play as, per se, just because those games are expensive on top of the base price of the video game already. But I gotta say, Skylanders was pretty fun. I used to play that with my sister when we were both much younger. Wow, how long ago was that? Great. Now I got nostalgia. Now I'm thinking about the past. Make both and see what works. I'm gonna be honest, Dempsey, I'm not sure what make both was referring to. I'm assuming it's the mask, but I keep forgetting how, like, switching between chat and drawing could often get a little bit disorienting. Your eye. Wait, why would I do that? Ding, ding, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. While I flip that, Skylanders love Skylanders. Finally doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as vampires. That would be a really cool idea. And I believe, Sneaky Raptor Squad, you said you had lore for that one, right? Like you thought something out for that kind of episode. If that is the case, I would love to see what you have lore-wise, because I'm going off the assumption that you're probably a much bigger Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan than I am. Like, I love the series and I love the characters. I think I've made my own knockoff years ago. I made my own knockoff comic of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was in like middle school. I had it somewhere around here. Ugh. If I could find it, I'll show it to you. But yeah, if you do have lore for that one, I would love to hear it, because I am very much not caught up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ding, 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 ding. Sure. Alastor. Okay, that's the pronunciation. Thank you for that, Apple Flavors. Voices are so good. Oh, thank you. I've been playing a lot of games with my friends, Kate and King. And every time we're doing games, I try to sneak in. I'm like, hey, can we do a game with voice acting today? You know, like every time I go and visit my friends, I'm like, it would be really cool that we haven't done in a while? Voice acting. Even though we do it like every week. And it's okay too, because they're all voice act. Well, they're not digging myself in a hole here. They haven't done professional voice acting in terms of like they receive money for it, but they all love doing it too. So it's not really a fight to be like, hey, can we do this today? It's a lot of fun to do voices. And that's the one problem I'm running into with the channel as a whole. I want to do more narrators and voices, but all the ones I have, they don't have designs yet, and I don't want to keep piling them up. Keep piling up voices until like at least one or two of them have designs, because like then I'm just stuck with, or you guys are all stuck with just here's KyngPin doing a voice, which isn't bad, but like it would be very nice to like put a face to these voices. And I have designs for them too. I just need to get around to drawing them. Make both. All the voices good. Idea. Cover that one. To be honest, ever since you made the Pokemon thing, I thought their teams. I got Spinarak and Toxicroak for Angel, and Dialga. There we go. And Noctowl for Alistar. Ooh, those would be good. I haven't played Pokemon in a long time, so that episode required a little bit of research, but like I would love to know what, like, for full teams, for even Charlie too, what their Pokemon would be Apple flavors, because I'll be honest, most of them for Charlie and Alistar, I was like, all right, type this type Pokemon and then see what happens. Or not see what happens, but like almost kind of picked the first one. Even though for Alistar's, I went through a lot. I'm like, which one really says radio? Even though I didn't think, like, as soon as I posted that video, I got comments saying like, oh, I thought Alistar would have been electric or dark type. And immediately I'm like, those would have been so much better options. Futuristic version of the Scout. Yeah. I've seen a lot of the comparisons, Scott, of between TF2 and Overwatch. That used to be one of my favorite games when it first came out. And I tried Overwatch 2 a little bit. Didn't love it as much. I mean, it was pretty much the first game rehashed, which kind of threw me off about it a little bit, because I thought it would have been a full new game, but it was still nice to go through and play a couple of rounds of a game I haven't touched in a couple of years. I'm going to be honest. I think I'm stalling a little bit. I'm not used to a sketching phase taking this short per se. And so I feel like I'm going in and adding unnecessary detail just to make myself feel better that the sketching phase is taking better. I like that. I'm happy with that. I think I could use a little bit more ribbons though, or a little bit more overlap. Like, oop, that's an eraser. Something like that maybe. Oop, too thick. Maybe. I actually don't like that one. No. I like the ribbons framing it in the square. Catch up on chat. Wait. Okay, yes. For Bugs Bunny, he could have warp portals from the ground that help him teleport called rabbit holes. Or maybe even pull out dynamite. Oh my gosh. No, wait. I was going to say Bugs Bunny could have been Junkrat, but Wile E. Coyote would make a much better Junkrat. And not quite lore-wise, but design-wise, I think the best Tracer counterpart would probably be Roadrunner. Because it's much more... Roadrunner or Speedy Gonzales would be a better one for Tracer than Bugs Bunny now that I think about it. I feel like for the Skylanders episode, Vaggie could be a trap master, alluding to plot twist in episodes. All right, wait, careful, no spoilers there. I did see it, but I know it's fairly new, so if anyone didn't see it, do not spoil anything Has-Been Hotel yet, just in case people are... Okay, you didn't need to go there. There we go. Just in case people didn't see it. Nicktoons in various video games. Man, Nicktoons was fun. All right, I got to start writing these down. Please hold. Please hold for a pertinent minute. Nicktoons as video games. Has-Been, Has-Been Hotel, Skylanders, and Looney Tunes Overwatch. Hopefully I know what each of those means when I look back at them later. I have Giants, Trap Team, Imaginators, Spyro's Adventure, and Swap Force. Wow. Imaginators, out of all the ones I've seen, Imaginators was definitely the one that interested me the most, because it might come as a shock, but I like creating things. I think it's really fun to just even make your own things out of pre-existing... not quite IPs, but like pre-existing parts. Like character customization is one of my favorite things when I play a video game. And that's why Saints Row 4, I really love that, because you could just go absolutely, positively ham on the character creation in that game. It was a really fun game. It is really fun to do voices. You've heard of mine. Yeah, Caden, you have so many different characters, all with unique voices. Like, even I don't have that kind of range. Like, I can do a couple of characters, but like, in context, like, a lot of them might end up getting reused. All of yours sound unique and have their own personalities, and it's impressive. Like, how long have you been doing voices for, if like outside of the Tales of the Multiverse thing that you do? There we go. Really fun. I'll do them in batches, do some voices and have them as regulars so you can make designs for a couple, and then you have the designs add one or two more. Yeah, that is probably the best way to do it. The thing is, like, Dempsey, for your latest one, or not latest one, but your Has-Been Hell of a Boss as dinosaurs, you did the 3 dinosaurs and then you added, or you started off with the new design for Velocity. And I would love to do something like that, but 3 is the most I can fit at the moment, unless I get like really ahead, which hasn't been entirely possible recently, but just because I have other things that I need to work on outside of YouTube for people, for like money. But I would love to like design one of the characters and just like kind of hold on to it for when I introduce them again and be like, hey, I just happen to have a fourth one here. Wouldn't it be really cool if it appeared in an episode? Maybe I'll do a live stream drawing one of them or a bonus video. I shall see. Benny Sharp was just a voice. Benny Sharp was a voice that Popcross came up with. And I've noticed this a lot with a lot of the things that Popcross has made. Just through like listening to his Design Notes podcast on his Patreon and just watching some of his older videos, just like because they're interesting. But like a lot of the things that he's done that have like pushed his channel where it is were like not accidents, but like almost spur of the moments things. Like he said for Benny Sharp, I believe he was running behind one day or 1 week on videos, and he basically came up with this character to alleviate some of the research he had to do for that particular topic. And look where it got him. So if something like that works, also I might be getting the story wrong, but that's what I remember hearing. Unless I completely made that up, then you can call me an absolute liar. But like, I'm always fascinated by stuff like that, because you hear about stuff like that all the time where someone's just like, well, this is just to get not just to get something, but like, this isn't something I was particularly planning out, and it shot a person's career like through the roof. I don't know if I've had something like that yet, but you know, never say never. Ding, 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 ding. Chats are coming in faster than I can keep up with them. Voices. Benny Sharp was just a voice. Okay, there we go. The narrators are just voices on my channel for months, and then after they were done, I think Nexum was the first drawn for Sharp versus Nexum. Okay. Well, well, in that case, I think I'm going to have to bring some of them back in for a video soon, because I've been tossing around doing, what is it called? Another Demons episode. Just because I love the two voices. 50 and 51 are really fun to do. But I'm also considering maybe doing another episode with Ivan a Clue. If any of you have been here from the beginning to remember him, when I was doing that is way too thick of a ribbon. When I was doing my second submission for Popcross's design, I made up a character that kind of owns like a museum or a collection of mysterious artifacts, and named him Ivan a Clue. That is really choppy. And I just remembered I want to try something with this one. So I'm going to flip that, and it is not going to be even. For this drawing, and that's not right. Uh-oh. None of you saw anything. Nothing fishy is going on around here. I messed it up. All right. There we go. Copy it. Okay, that didn't work either. Because for as long as I've been using Photoshop, still mess up some of the keyframes sometimes. Whoa. That's so weird how it got to be a perfect perfect match. How did that happen? Copying and pasting is a valid strategy in art, especially when it comes to eyes. All right, there. Now you're even. So for this one, I want everything to be on its own separate layer because I have an idea for a motion graphics. If you see the short, if you ever look at some of the shorts that I use to promote the long form videos, I animate them slightly. But since I do everything roughly on one layer, it gets a little stretchy. For this one, I want to try and do it with putting everything on its own separate layer so they can all cross and stuff. But before we get into that, let's merge the face. Wait. Yes. Merge the face. Wait, why are you... Okay. Merge the face. There we go. Make a new layer, and let's catch up on some chats, because I read one and I get so distracted. Dialga, it's pronounced Dialga. Did I say it wrong? Oh, I'm sorry if I'm sorry if I mispronounced the Pokemon. It's been a long time since I've played. I want to say Dialga was Diamond, and then Palkia was Pearl. Those were my first two games that I've ever played, and then Platinum, of course. Both Sylveon and Umbreon, duality themes of sorts with cutesy Pokemon, opposite typings. Oh, that would be good. Umbreon always looked really cool to me. Charlie, Apple Flavor says, with Charlie, I'd go Impidimp, Jugglybuff, Venomoth, to reference Vaggie, that's nice. And, or add is Skitty to reference Husker and or Nif. That's not a bad idea to have Charlie's Pokemon reference the inhabitants of the hotel. You forgot to write down my idea. The TMNT as vampires? I believe I wrote it down prior, because I know you've suggested it before, Sneaky Raptor, but just in case I didn't, I will write it down again. Because if there's one thing I don't want to do, it is miss out on any of your suggestions. Because, believe it or not, some of your suggestions are my top-rated videos. The Amazing Venomized Circus was not my idea. Ding, ding, ding. Got to scroll down. Okay. Idea. Fusions. Angel Dust and Pepe Le Pew. Blitzo and Goofy, XJ9 and Circus Baby. Not familiar with XJ9, Scott, but the other ones I recognize. I feel like I was Mel Blanc in a past life. It's certainly possible. I mean, if memory serves correct, Mel Blanc did a lot of the voices for Looney Tunes. And so if I could ever do something like that, that would be absolutely incredible to do. Actually, not that long since I created Eddie Smith in the middle of 2022. Really? Wow. Wait, that was a year and a half ago. Time is weird. Also, I keep forgetting that it's a live stream, so I can zoom in without making my viewers sick. The beauty of real time is I can get in with the nitty-gritty details, and not that one. The nitty-gritty details, and everyone can enjoy themselves. I'm starting to regret making my first live stream one that includes ribbons. Ribbons are hard. Nope. Not the worst line in the world. I've seen worse. The narrator was faster to do, but you could draw a narrator in prep for a video in advance that you want to drop it in. Yeah, I think that's probably the best idea that I'm going to have to do. I think it will be a little easier, though, because I do have at least designs for 50 and 51 planned out. So those would be easy. And I have an interesting idea for drawing those two, which haven't decided if that's what I want to do with them yet, but nope. Remember, everything on its own layer. Don't erase anything. Because when everything comes in at once, or once you lay the color in, okay, or we can do that. There we go. Animations, yeah, that's usually what I do, but I want to make a non-SCP or demon vid, but I also don't want to make a new character. I mean, you don't have to make a new character. A lot of the stories I do are just a nondescript narrator, and it's a lot that allows me to jump between different topics without having to, like, per se come up with of course I put that on the same layer, without having to come up with, oh, what's the narrator, what's his personality, what's his voice sound like. Being able to do, I'm not loving that arm, we'll come back to that one. Not making a narrator for every topic just allows you to break into more topics. For example, the Amazing Digital Circus. That technically does not have a narrator or a recurring narrator. Come on, hands. I need you to cooperate with me today. The Amazing Digital Circus doesn't have a narrator or a recurring narrator per se, just rather a disembodied ones that fill in the spaces between, what's it called? Fill in the spaces between all the voice lines of the characters, which helps in that case because I can't exactly do female voices or, a wide range of female voices. And so having a narrator being like, here's Pomni talking, here's Ragatha talking, made the storytelling and the recording a lot easier. But Jax, on the other hand, oh boy. Jax was a fun one to voice. Can't do it as well as Michael Kovac can, but it's fun to try. All right, we are these. I'm getting way too distracted. So let's get through some of these comments before we go back to drawing the ribbons. Okay, we'll come back to that one. Matthew Draper. I think it's Draper. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Dude, your stories are awesome. Thank you. Writing the stories are very weird, or just writing in general is weird because you're coming out of, like, you are building this story from nothing. And so you're kind of just like, or at least while I'm writing, I'm like, does that make sense? Would this be what happens? And if this happens, why does this happen instead of this happen? And I'm like constantly criticizing it while I'm writing it. And then when I'm recording it, I'm like, oh, wait, this actually makes a lot more cohesive sense than I thought while I was writing it. Of course, that doesn't solve the issue of me not being able to type and coming across blatant spelling errors that I do not notice, which is all fun. Yeah, what if they're not all, like, what if some of the ribbons are like at an angle instead of just straight? They're rather off to a side, so they look thinner when drawn, but in fact they're actually they just have more depth to them. Yeah, I definitely think we need more ribbons. What do you all think? I feel like there's not enough ribbons in this particular. Also, I don't think I need a sketch for the ribbons anymore. Something like that, right? The mask definitely needs to be bigger and maybe more ribbons. I'm undecided. I shall think about that while I read more comments. Blank as Lilo and Stitch experiments. My sister loves Lilo and Stitch. That would be a fun B-Day gift. Okay. May 3rd. All right. I think I can write that down I think I can pencil in a Lilo and Stitch one for May. Lilo and Stitch video. It's been a while since... I don't think I've even seen this Lilo and Stitch movie. I only remember the cartoon show. So, then we're going to have to research some of those. Alan Anderson. I do plan for Marthine, though. She was the SCP MFT, so I'm thinking of a Warish vid. Oh, that could be cool. Your Venomized... Yeah, the Amazing Venomized Circus hitting 10K views was not something I expected. Furthermore, what I didn't expect is for part 2 of that series to have double the amount of views as part 1. Don't know how that happened, but apparently, no. I guess the story stands alone well enough to not need part 1 to be seen, which I'm okay with. If I can make a story standalone and not alienate new viewers, I am double okay with that. Yes, I love 50 and 51. 50 and 51 were really fun to write because I came up with the idea. Well, first of all, 51 was technically the first one because I came up with the idea of, a devil making demons, not taking it seriously. That would be quirky. And then I'm like, what if I go the opposite direction and do a super serious and stern devil who makes the demons, like, takes it seriously, is nice and formal, makes like classical music, like that really, what's it called? I'm blanking on the word, but like kind of dapper, like Mozart. Like Mozart and Beethoven would be like how 50 dresses. Maybe it is. I haven't decided on that one yet. But like that was the second idea for my devil narrator. And I'm like, what if I just did both? Like, what if I just made each of them? All right, that is a better hand. Let's start labeling some of these because it is going to get real confusing real fast. Bottom left, top. Nope, that's not how you spell. Top left, top right, and bottom right, left. I might enter some redraws for the first time ever this month. Oh, that would be awesome. For Dempsey, do you mean for pop crosses? Because I was definitely thinking about doing the demon one from last month. I just never got around to doing it. Amazing Digital Circus and Pokemon Mystery Dungeons. I do definitely want to do another Amazing Digital Circus one soon, but because I'm only doing one video a month, like, I don't want to bog down an entire month with Amazing Digital Circus yet. I would love to do a full month of Amazing Digital Circus. For this drawing, I think the main thing is the jaw. So only copy the jaw. Oh, for the mask? Oh, wow. I'm reading comments from when I copied it over. Wow, I am really behind. It isn't D, it's okay, okay. Matthew, you should do Amazing Digital Circus Venomized 4 with Sun and Moon. I knew I was forgetting some characters. Pokemon is Ben 10 aliens. That would be fun. I've gotten some suggestions to Venomize Ben 10, which I really want to do. I just want to give a little bit of leeway between Venomized videos just so not everything on the channel is Venomized. Although I don't know if I'd be entirely opposed to that. All right. How are we going to do this in terms of color? The fun thing is, well, yeah. That's how I want to do it. I want to make it harder for myself. Let's grab you. I'm also noticing that drawing under lights, because I have a studio light on just to make you more able to see me, might be affecting how I'm looking at this, at my canvas. It might be affecting the way I'm seeing the colors, which is quite interesting, but we'll hark back on that. By the way, for Angel's team, I also recommend adding Tepig. Fat nuggets! Oh my gosh, that would have been awesome. Man, I should do more research when I make videos. I will admit, and here's insight to behind the scenes. I will admit that when it comes to designs, like I wouldn't say I don't put a lot of thought, like I do, but like I don't plan it out. Like there are some videos like JoJo Stanza's Demons where I'm like, all right, let me sketch out what I want these to look like. Just so I have an idea of what I'm going into and it's not the entire time lapse being the sketching phase. But I haven't done that for the last couple of videos. And I feel bad because Fat Nuggets would have been the perfect addition. Also, I really do like that I added the spider Pokemon whose name I'm pretty sure I mispronounced, which was Ariados. It's one of the two. But whatever it was, I definitely mispronounced it in the video. But I do enjoy the fact that I made the spider Pokemon Angel Dust because Angel is based on a spider, which I did not know about until recently. KyngPin Creations' best part of lives is the zoom-ins, definitely. I'd recommend more ribbons if you value your sanity. Not really. I've lost sanity a long time ago, so I think I can manage a couple more ribbons, but let's just lay down some of these colors first. The good thing about this, though, is with the ribbons, they're all going to be the same color. That being said, however, I want to try and make this without lines. So I want the lines only there as reference, but once the final piece comes in, I would much rather not have the lines. It is a style I've worked with only once or twice before, and it does wind up taking a little longer, but the night is young. Nope, that's not right. So we can test it out and see how it goes. One thing I'm worried about is the way I'm selecting it, there might be some gaps in there that I might have to take care of. Try typing it as it's said. Like for my Irish narrator, Connor, saying, well, I worked for the Foundation is typed, well, I worked for the Foundation. Yeah, that could be helpful. My only thing, the reason I haven't done it like that yet, Dempsey, is because I don't know if I would say it correctly. I feel like if I came across a word that was misspelt, as I've done in recordings, my brain would just be like, what is that word? Shutting down. And I'd be like, all right, well, let's take that sentence from the top. That's one thing I do want to get better at in the recording, is being able to do a lot more sit down and run through it. Because if you focus on me rather than the art in the videos, you'll see a lot of jump cuts, which is not my favorite. But I have not been able to make it through an entire script yet without flubbing over my words. But that is okay. That is what practice is for. Or I can't be telling you where. Oh, I can't be telling you where now. Yeah, full confession, super jealous on that one. Just damn. I assume, Dempsey, you're talking about the Digital Circus one, which, honestly, like, I could not be more grateful for that one. And, like, I'm still trying to understand how it got so high. But like, I'm also glad it was like a video that I really enjoyed. That did so well. Because like, I'm like, obviously I'm glad if any video does well, but there was something about that one that holds a very special place in my heart, just because I was experimenting with new shading techniques within it. For the part 2, I did 3D rendered backgrounds, which I thought were really cool, and I would love to do again. Only problem is, when I tried to 3D render the backgrounds, each one took 7 hours to fully render. I don't have that kind of time. If I had like a backup computer, maybe, but like I can't take my entire computer and just be like, all right, I'm not going to be able to use you for a good third of the day. That's fine. It's not fine. That is never fine. Yeah, that one was... Waiting through those ones was rough. Luckily, though, it was Thanksgiving, so all I really had to do was export one, go hang out with my family, come down a little while later, export the next one, go hang out with my family. So that I lucked out with a bit. When I had to 3D render them for part 3, not so much. Wait, what? Why are you... You should be below it. Wait, now I'm confused. Oh, wait. Oh, no. What have I done? What have I done? Okay. Okay, wrong. Okay, there we go. Do you... Oh, why'd you go away? Okay. Eh? Nope, still not right. Ding, ding. There we go. All right. now we're in business. Full confession. Awesome getting those views though. Thank you. Popcross is but also tempted to do yours if I can think of a character. When's the dealing again? Speaking of that Amazing Digital Circus, episode 2 is rumored. I remember you mentioning that, Alan, on one of Dempsey's streams. And if that is the case, I am all for it. But, like, I wish I knew that beforehand so I could have made a video to correspond with it. That would have been good. Oh, well, we are way, way, way ahead of... Not ahead of schedule, but the schedule I have set out is more than... I don't want to say finalized, but, like, I have a good idea with where things are going. Next week's video, I've started working on already, and I cannot tell you how excited I am for that one. Tomorrow's is really good, too. Tomorrow's is very nostalgia bait. Not bait, but, like, I had to tap into some deep recesses of my childhood to pull up ideas for tomorrow's video. Can't wait for you all to see that one. Actually, that's a lie. I can't wait for you to see any of them because whenever a video comes out, I'm just so happy that I get to do this and like you all enjoy it. If I haven't said it enough, thank you all so much. It's amazing that you have all joined me from wherever it is, be it Popcross or just coming across me on the For You page, but like that you can all like that you all are here and just like we're all hanging out and doing this. It means a lot to me. Thank you all so much. I don't think I'll ever be able to articulate how grateful I am that this is something that I can do, that I have the time to do, because I did this when I was a freshman in high school. I started a gaming channel, and that gaming has snowballed into so many different things that it was just so weird. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's like, this is cool to do, but like, things got in the way and I had to take breaks several times. And it just really didn't do the channel any favors in terms of growth. But like coming here, reaching 1,000 subscribers in less than a year, whereas the other one that I ran for 6 years only got to like 230, and then some, and then making connections and chatting with other artists, like it is mind-boggling that I could do anything of this caliber, and it's all thanks to all of you. Thank you so much. 5-star fusion idea, Danny Phantom with Jason Voorhees. Okay, I like it. I am open to suggestions for. That's not how you spell Phantom X Jason Voorhees. I am open to suggestions because, like I did last October, where every episode was a spooky theme, I am more than open to doing that again because, I don't know, I kind of like the idea of a themed month. Being like, oh, hey, everything that's happening in October is ghoulish and spooky. And everything that's happening in November is turkey themed. Imagine that. Imagine in November, as a joke, every week, every video is just, here is X as turkeys. I'm sure the YouTube algorithm would appreciate that one. All right. Make something. Turn something into turkeys for Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's we'll pretend like I spelt all of that correctly. It's going to have to be a new character, a yoga girl with stretchy limbs. Oh, that's a cool idea. Very Mommy Longlegs inspired. Also, that being said, have any of you seen the new Poppy Playtime trailer? I cannot tell you how excited I am for part 3 of that game, which I probably should have made a Poppy Playtime themed episode to celebrate that. I don't think. Oh well. Guess I'll have to make another Poppy episode sometime soon. What color is Gangle's mask? Why do I not have a reference on me? Let's just pull in the thumbnail for reference. Okay, Gangle's mask is... That is like a beigeish, whitish. Okay. I'm going to be bathed in a different color for a quick second because I need to properly see the colors on this thing. But while I do that, let me see. What else? Second one. Areneados. I'm so grateful that you are all giving me the correct Pokemon pronunciations because I don't know them quite well. Like, I could do a Pikachu. And as in do a Pikachu, I mean I can pronounce it correctly. Why am I going down the middle? A lot of the other Pokemon I struggle to pronounce. And I'm not entirely sure I got any of the other ones in the video correct either. Because I'm pretty sure I got Groudon correct. But like, what was it? Metagross? I don't know if that one was correct. Okay. Here, we're going to... Okay. Now you are like that. We will hide the rest of these so I can actually see the shape of the mask. And fill in any dead areas. Cool. All right. Before anything else, let me catch up on all these before I... You know what? In fact, pen down, hands up. I'm going to read the chats to make sure I get to everyone. Danny Phantom and Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime. All right, got that one written down. I do want to work with Danny Phantom. I had an idea to do a Danny Phantom fusion that that really got left on the back burner. I'll have to bring that one back up and see what I can do with that one. I really wish a dragon and penguin fused weren't that hard to make for me. Dragons are tough. I have not tried my hand at drawing dragons or dinosaurs yet, but I really would like to. Also, wow, I look so sinister in the red light. There we go, that's better. But I've seen some of your fusions, and they turn out really good apple flavors. All About Inosuke. Hi, how are you? Sorry it took so long to reply to your comment. It has been... I get very distracted, as it turns out. And, well, you know, just... I think that's the radio announcer in me, because... I don't think I've mentioned it before, but I used to do radio in college, and I ran a whole bunch of different shows, and, you know, it was really fun. It was like, I mean, other than my degree, the radio was the main reason I was in college. It was so much fun, and I met so many great people there. Radio was fun. Caden King. KyngPin, I think it's crazy. I'm uploading my 200th video on Wednesday, and I'm going to have Eddie say something about it in there. Yeah, that was absolutely, like, I couldn't believe that when I was watching your video from, like, yesterday or 2 days ago. Because I remember, I'm pretty sure you found me, my channel, and then which led to me finding your channel, The Tales of the Multiverse, like very close to the beginning. And so it's really insane to be like, I've been watching this for nearly 200 days. Obviously, the number's a bit different because there's been a couple of days you did 2 shorts or 2 episodes when you were doing holiday specials. But like, even still, like, it has been well over 150 days if my math is correct. And that's like absolutely amazing, because like, think about where you were half a year ago. Like, my life was so different half a year ago, and I've done so much since then that I can't even fathom the passage of time anymore. Stopping by to show support. I'm working on a new art project at the moment. Cannot wait to see this complete. Oh, that's awesome. I'll definitely check it out once it's done, because I've seen your videos. Like, I really love your art style with the Illustrator. I don't know why I said that so weird. The Illustrator where it's like you block out. I forget exactly what it is. If it's like the colors or the flats, like blocking that out in Illustrator, I thought was really cool when I saw it. All right. So now that everything is created without line art, I should be able to do this. Oh, it doesn't look as good as I thought it did. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No. Oh, how do I fix this? Okay. I need you. I need everything that is not the mask. No! I need... Oh my gosh, this is so confusing. Okay. Cut you out. And then I should be able to get rid of you, which rounds you off. And then I really need to treat the edges of this thing. Why did that... Well, that was one way to do it. You know what we could also do? We can turn on our handy dandy... Well, that's not center. Okay, turn you off. Turn you back on. Find the center piece, which is roughly here. Kind of. And then I should be able to trim it evenly on both sides. I really wish I had a steady hand. There we go. Even though it technically wouldn't be even because one is, like, Gangle is holding up the mask to her face rather than it being the full mask. But it's okay. We call them creative liberties. Looks slightly better. Hopefully shading will make that look better. Ding, ding, ding. Pomni is skinny. Ragatha is Ndidi. Jax is Raboot. Kinger is... Gangle is Yamask. Oh, these are... I'm sorry. These are Pokemon. I had no idea what I was reading, Scott. I'm sorry about that. Pomni is Skitty. Ragatha is Ndidi. Ndidi. Jax is Raboot. Kinger is Marowak. Gangle is Yamask. Zubul is Porygon. And Kane is Bibbarrel? That is an interesting one. I need to see what this Pokemon is. Oh, it's the Bidoof evolution. I would have never guessed that from the name. Apologies, I'm a bit late to the party. So what have I been working on lately? I have been working on a lot of projects that I am not at the liberty to share at the moment. I cannot go into specifics, but I am working on a few images for a friend that has been almost a year in the making, if I do say so myself. Actually, I don't know. I might leave the Gangle lines because I like the blending into the black to where it's... Yeah, because this doesn't read like line art to me. This reads as just actual empty space. And once again, I really wish this light had a lower setting because it is really messing up my interpretation of the colors. I'm going to try a different light. Please hold. All right, how does that make me look? All right, that's good. All right, and now I should be able to see the colors a little more clearly. And just jump in between lights, make sure none of the bulbs burn out. Late to the party. It's a surreal feeling doing the videos in live. It is very different because usually the art part of the video is basically just air quotes me time. Like I'll catch up on YouTube videos, or I don't know, like put on music, sometimes both. But doing live, it's just like, I don't know. It's not a bad thing, but it's like doing the art and now just making sure to keep up with the chat, which is coming to be surprisingly easier because like I'm keeping up with the chat fine. I'm just getting very distracted and going on a lengthy tangent after reading each one. Coming back, surreal. Yo, this is so sick. Oh, thank you, King of Art. I mean, that sounds like a pretty trustworthy name. If anyone knows what art looks good, it would definitely be you. I want to actually do a gag episode though. A gag episode would be really fun. I'm looking at ideas to do like a joke episode. Cause like the problem is like I have so many ideas for videos that I want to do. But time is always the killer. All right, so you're going to be... This is going to be interesting because I usually do all my shading on air quotes one layer. Like I will put, like, all of this would end up going on like a couple shading layers on their own, rather than I'm going to be doing multiple shading layers for each one here. So that's going to be interesting to see how this works, and if Photoshop will allow me to have so many layers without crashing. But let's lay in some flats here. Just get our basic shading in, and then we'll blend it later. Because I definitely want... This is the idea I'm having for this one is to have, like, the edges, especially like the edges of the mask, blend into the background, where like it's completely airbrushed and black around the edges. So we'll see how that works. Like I said, this is an art style I have not worked on in a while. I am gonna jump a little bit ahead to the bottom of the chat, because I just saw Dempsey ask when the deadline for the community redraw is. Yes, that is Friday the 16th. You can either submit via the Discord, which I believe is linked in the description of this stream, or you can check it out on the... You can send it to the email address also within the description below. So I've already gotten a few submissions, and they look really cool. So I can't wait to see what everyone else makes. And although I gave an extra week, which means I'm going to have to wait before looking at all of them, which is kind of killing me, because some of them have been really cool so far. All right. Got some shading down. Back to the chat. Just want to do it. Wait, how about this? King and King. I'd watch Blanca's Turkeys. Well, if I can remember in 10 months down the line, I'll hold you to that. I really hope I can remember to do something as turkeys, because that would be a fun idea. Or what if I do it now so I don't forget? Draw everything as turkeys and schedule it for Thanksgiving in 10 months. And then when Thanksgiving week hits, I'm like, all right, got to get a video done this week. Huh? I already have one? When did that happen? Oh, I would love to do a video like that, where it's be like, I have a little extra time. I do an entire video, schedule it for like a year and a half, like 5 years down the line, sometime where I can completely forget about it. And then it just comes out and I'm like, when did I do that? Also, that'd be a really cool thing to see, like how much your art style has grown. Do a video, post it for 5 or whatever year down the line, and then do a video of the same thing and be like, wow, so this is how far I've come. That'd be interesting. I'm glad I have that on camera, because I want to do that now. Or what would be really cool, what would make absolutely no sense, but I think it would be funny, is you do a collab video with somebody, schedule that for 5 years down the line, and then just see what happens. It'd be like, what's 5 years ago? Back in 2019, I did a collab video with ZHC Arts, first artist that came to the top of my head. And, well, in that time, I've stopped doing YouTube and became a full-time lawyer. But here's that video. I hope I don't quit YouTube to become a full-time lawyer. That doesn't sound that's not in my drive. Like lawing. One of those was words. Becoming a lawyer definitely is not my cup of tea. I would definitely like to do something a lot more creative than that. Unless I can draw, like, in court. It'd be like, Your Honor, as you can see from this picture of Gangle being possessed by the Venom symbiote, My client is innocent. You think that would hold up in court? It's possible. Once again, the comment, just so you all have context, the comment that I just read that went on for that 5-minute rant was, I'd watch blank as turkeys. And we somehow got into law. So you better make that Thanksgiving feast themed episode, or so help me. Okay, I really have to remember it now. I don't want to anger anybody by forgetting about Thanksgiving. Where is my brush? There we go. This looks like cell shading is really weird because up close it looks like I'm drawing lines, but once I zoom out, once I get this done, it's going to be like, oh yeah, wait, no, those are shadows. Even though it looks like I'm just drawing with brown. Like, that looks convincingly like shadows, especially if you really look at it from far away. That's the best art I've ever drawn. Oh, never mind. I think it's an off-white. Gangle's mask, yeah. I'm really, when I do art, I really try to avoid working in either pure black or pure white, just because it makes shading a lot harder. But yeah, Gangle's mask is kind of an off-white. But these lights, I'm telling you, are skewing my perception of the colors. But on the other time, I have no other lights where you can see me. For the month of March, and the top comment for the month March, and the top comment of each you will draw. That's not a bad idea to be like, hey, top comment on this video determines what the next one is. And then the top comment on that video. That's not a bad idea, Alan Animations. I really like that one. For example, top comment will be Avengers as cats. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's a good idea. You've seen my fusions. Consider me flustered. How are y'all? I am doing well. I hope everyone else is doing well too. It's chill Sunday. I know, unfortunately, that means people have to go back to work and or school soon, which is less desirable, but I figured this would be fun to, relax, try out things. Let's bump you up to 90. Yeah, there we go. See, so now that we have the shell shading, done, we can do this and blend it more. Like, you can now see, like, the edges are can you stop clicking buttons? The edges are becoming much more distant into the back, I think. In fact, what if we just put you up to 100? Yeah, like, now look at that. Look how rounded that makes Gangle's mask. Oh, that's good. I really like that. This top part is a little tricky, though. Let's redo the top. But yeah, look at the difference between just cell shading and then the cell shading with the extra airbrush layer. It is becoming a little... So I don't know which one you can see, whether it's what I see on the tablet or what I see on the screen, but you can see that right on the edge, like here, the cell shading still comes in before the airbrush blending, but I think I like it like that. I will adjust once the full thing comes into effect, but it's looking really good. I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far. The lighting, I wasn't too sure with just the sketching because it was a little simple for my liking, but the actual shading is bringing the piece together. And that's usually what I find is the way it works. Like, it's a cool, like, you have a cool concept in the sketching phase, line art, awesome, but then once you hit the rendering, that's when the piece becomes the piece. Oh, maybe I should have turned on the mirror for that. Too late to turn back now. Dragons are very time consuming with all the various scales, textures, limbs. Yeah, that's my one thing. Like if you asked me if you could improve one thing on your art immediately, my answer would either be detail or anatomy. Because I feel like anatomy, once you like learn anatomy, you unlock a whole new level of things. Just being like, hey, I already know how this works, so I don't have to, air quotes, spend time making sure the anatomy is correct. Obviously you do because you're still starting from nothing, but with anatomy, it's like, oh, I know how it works, so I don't have to worry about it being like, oh, does this look weird, or is this actually how a person or animal or whatever would look? I don't know how I feel about the shadowing around the eyes. I think if I can do this, come on. No, wait, I haven't. Oh, okay, thank goodness. Okay, now I have. Yeah. Unfortunately for Photoshop, you can... Nope, that's not right. Unfortunately for Photoshop, you can only do so many undos before, like, it just stops tracking it or whatever. So, not amazing that I ran out of that, especially since it wound up bleeding into the other shadowing, but it is okay. That is why we learn. But what I can maybe do is maybe turn you up to 100. That is not good. Okay, let's keep you at 80, and then what we'll do, what if we do this instead? Instead of adding more, we blend what is already here. There we go. Maybe soften that up a little bit. That's the ticket. Off-white. My Little Pony characters as dragons. Working with My Little Pony and fears as childhoods. What was it? Phobias as childhood cartoons. Working with My Little Pony was fun, but it was tough to get that anatomy right. But doing a My Little Pony episode might be interesting. How are y'all? Oh, I'm actually skipping over some comments. I'm so sorry. Half a year ago, I almost mastered making dinos. That's awesome. Making dinos and beasts are very hard and something I want to get better at. Kaden, don't see any vids on your channel. I'm a bit confused. Yeah, so I see Kaden explained it to you, but Kaden King runs a channel outside of Kaden King called Tales of the Multiverse, where all the videos are, and they are really cool. I don't know what number it is. I believe it's the third main story arc, but there's been so much plot twist and character development. It's been an amazing journey to be a part of. See that this sad eye is making a lot more sense shadow wise than that happy eye. But then again, I don't exactly know where the light source is coming from. It's kind of dead on if I'm looking at it. In fact, there should even be a shadow here, but I'll add that on a separate layer. I'm going to have to turn... My gosh. Looking at it with the airbrush on is actually really weird in terms of being able to see it, because everything's so fuzzy and my brain's like, this isn't right. I can't process this. So we might have to jump in and out with the airbrush layer. It's still too dark. It's the one thing with the airbrush. I'm trying to fade it in and out, but it's either on too dark or not there at all. Also, I'm trying to keep it consistent on both sides. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Let's focus on the whole piece and then we'll come back. Hey, Galahound19, what's up? Add a drop shadow on the overlapping layer for the sad side. Yeah, that's that's going to be what this is. But unfortunately, I think because I made the mask, both sides of the mask one layer, the drop shadow thing isn't going to work. So we're going to have to do that manually. That is okay. Where was I? There we go. Tales of Tales. May I ask what plans you have for your channel in the near future? I don't have specific plans, but I do intend to flesh out more of the characters and their story arcs that I have put in place already. So not L, I keep calling him L, even though technically his name is 50. I'm just so used to being in 51's mentality of calling him L or Dev L that it's just habit now to call him L. Also, it's because I write him in, like, whenever I'm referring to the character, I write him in Roman numerals, which for 50 is an L. So another part of the reason why I'm constantly referring to him by the not preferred name. What would it be like to have a nickname that's abbreviated to Dev L? That's ridiculous. Imagine that. Imagine like there being 49 other people with the same name as you, and you have to be number 50. I'm quite excited for the KyngPin recreations. Will it be a reoccurring subject? And if so, what other ideas do you have in store? So, unfortunately, I can't promise anything at the start just because we're just starting the KyngPin recreations or the community redraw. I would really much like it to be reoccurring. I just have to make a few test ones, air quotes, test ones, just to see how the scheduling for that works. Because obviously there's a deadline that you all have to submit by. And usually until that time, to give everyone a fair chance, I can't, or I don't want to look at it until that deadline, which means the Saturday or Friday or whatever day of the week it ends up being that the deadline is the first day I can technically start on the community redraw in terms of like picking them out and actually drawing them. And I've been getting better at doing multiple arts in a day. But like I said, it is a new area for me, so I'm going to have to see how I do it or how I can work it into my schedule before I can say concrete how it's going to work on a reoccurring basis. Because I think no matter what, it's going to be a reoccurring thing, but it might just be it might be bi-monthly instead of monthly, meaning like 1 month, here's the prompt, and then I spend the next month doing the drawings just to make sure I do everyone's drawings justice and I'm not rushing for time. Because I also fully intend to have stories centered around your submissions as well. That is almost like it's looking very horror movie at the moment, which is kind of what I was going for, but wow, this is really creepy. What other ideas do I have in store? I don't have many in store yet, but I will say I have one idea for a community redraw that I am really excited to start off, but it requires a little extra work on my part. And so I can't entirely say when that's going to be because that one's not going to be just me. Obviously it's going to be your submissions as well, but I want that one to be the biggest community redraw I have until I find a way to top it. So, and I believe Galahound, if memory serves correct, it was actually one of your ideas. Yeah. The idea I'm talking about is actually one of your suggestions for the community redraw. I'm not going to give it away, but I want to give a big thank you because this one I'm really excited for. I just need to get everything together. John Wick combined with Boba Fett from Star Wars. That would be interesting because, like I said, I am not amazing when it comes to drawing real people, like drawing in the likeness of an actual person. So I'd be very interested to see how John Wick comes, especially since John Wick is all suit and Boba Fett is covered head to toe in his own. So that'd be a really interesting fusion if I could learn how to draw Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves. Man, one day I'll learn how to pronounce names correctly. What are the chances of My Western Academia getting a part 2? I'll be honest, I haven't looked at My Western Academia in a little bit, so I don't know how people responded to that video outside of the first week or two. So I will definitely give that a look again and see if I can squeeze a part 2 out of it. Because while the story did wrap up in the first episode, I would by no means say it was finished. Meaning there was definitely ideas that I had going forward that if it got a part 2 that I would like to have included. But we'll see if how people respond to that one. Or how people have responded to that one. Before we start writing anymore. Especially since another thing with that one too is I really want to get, like, I was pretty fine with All for One's arm, but the anatomy on that could have been a lot better. Also, I think I'm slightly better at facial expressions now, so that Deku one could probably get a little better. All right, are you going to work or are you too pale to show up on? All right, too pale. Cool. Highlights are a no-go. Damn. I almost want to make it bigger. Like, I feel like the hand and the mask should be taking up a little bit more space. There we go. Gangle? What happened to your head up here? Did I forget to blend you? Good as new. Can't even tell it's there. I should maybe just erase that part. Yeah. Honestly, I think you can infer the shape enough and it blends in so well, like, yeah, you couldn't even tell it was missing. It looks like it fits. Right? Yeah. That looks like it fits. Gangle can cry too, I just remembered that. Gangle actually has tears running down her face, so maybe I'll add that. That's a placeholder. Don't worry, it'll look better. Ding ding, John Wick, Star Wars. Deadline. All right, already answered the deadline, which is February 16th. I have had it suggested my narrators into the food verse. Time, though, it's just insane how long it takes when you have a 9-to-5 job. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like, because the problem with art is, like, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this a little while ago, but, like, I have so many ideas of things I want to do, but it takes time, and I don't have time. And another thing is I do not like the phrase I don't have time, because I prefer, like, I can't make time, which basically says the same thing. But, like, I don't know. mentor when I was in radio, the staff member who ran the radio, told me something that I've taken to heart all these years. It's been a couple of years since, but she said, if you really want to do something, you will make time for it. And that is basically my motto. No, I don't want, I want you on the other layer. But yeah, so if you guys didn't know, this is not the only thing I'm currently doing, like in terms of projects. I'm also running a video game channel with my friends. And I've just recently started applying for or auditioning for voice actor roles. Like actual voice actor projects that are not just me. I do not like that. Abort mission. Abort mission. It doesn't, that's not how, then again, it is how it's worked, but maybe I'll, dang it. Maybe I'll throw you on your own separate layer. What? No, why were you on that one? Why were you on that layer? Well, that explains why it didn't work. Ugh. It's been a while since I've drawn something on the wrong layer, but reset the counter to day one. Deadline, 9 to 5 job. How many submissions have you received for your community redraw? So far, don't remember off the top of my head. I believe it was 3 or 4 at this point. Not too many, but it's also only been like the first week. So, but yeah, like 3 or 4, which isn't too bad, especially for a first time. So I'm excited to see that, but also I'm like, it's only been a week, like I said. So, you know, like, got to give people time to draw the characters themselves before they submit them. So that's also why I gave the extra week, because it's not, although I guess it wouldn't really matter, like, if it was a recurring thing or not, because you still wouldn't know what the prompt was. But, like, for the first time, I wanted to give an extra week to have everyone, you know, think of what they want to do. And also, like, because my channel is much smaller than either Dempsey's or Popcross is, just want to give people some extra time to come across the video too. So it's not like, oh, I just got to see this new video. Oh, wait, the deadline's already passed. So giving it that extra week minimizes those chances of it being, I just saw it too late and can't submit this week or month, whatever. So yeah, about 3 or 4 at the start, which is good for a week in my book. And I've been told from like friends and stuff that they are thinking of suggesting them. So got to give them time to draw it too. I would more likely pair Kane with Hoopla, as they have more both chaotic figures and can create portals. Hoopla Pokemon. I have not seen that one before. That is definitely a Kane Pokemon if I've seen one. You know, I'm trying to make an art channel like yours. Any tips for an art channel? Once again, I'm so sorry that it's taking me so long to get to these. Tips for an art channel. Just do it. That is the first thing. And it's probably been something, if you're starting an art channel, that you've heard millions of times. But, ooh. Oh, we should make ribbons into the background too, shouldn't we? Yeah. All right, we'll do that. I'll get to that in a second. Yes, for an art channel, number 1, just do it. Do what makes you happy. And you don't have to tie yourself down to one thing for that. For example, I started art channel, there was Photoshop. Like, not digital painting, but like one of my first videos was I turned myself into Chainsaw Man, where I basically just went through, took a picture of myself behind this green screen you can't see because it's been keyed out. But I took a picture of myself in like a shirt and tie and edited myself to be Chainsaw Man. And there were other videos that I did too, where I'm like, at one point, I'm like, hey, here's my entire creative process of lyric videos I made for my friend's band. And the album that she just put out. So there was that, and there was other videos too that I'm blanking on. But I did a Nimona video. I turned Nimonas into superheroes, and that was the first one that put me into this speed art and storytelling one, similar to Popcross. And it's just kind of went from there. I have ideas for other types of videos too. For example, about a little over a year ago, I customized a denim jacket I had using Posca markers and drew like a skeleton on it. And I want to do a video like that again soon. And that's totally out of the realm of what I usually do. Might not perform well algorithm-wise just because it's different, but I honestly think as a bonus video, that could work. So tip number 1, just do it. Don't wait till you're perfect, because if you wait till you're perfect, you're always going to find an excuse to wait just a little longer. Tip 2, start off doing what makes you happy. An art channel is not, in my opinion, from running a YouTube channel from before for 6 years that barely went anywhere, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, the channel is not going to last because you're not going to want to do it. So those are my top 2 things. Just start and get better, and you will get better as you do it, and do what makes you happy. I hope that's helpful. Hoopa Cane is better despite Bib Barrel Cane being more interesting in context. I guess, yeah, that's cool. Apple Flavors says, all right, I guess we'll start doing my anime idea. I had a dream about it, and it uses my fusion specialty. No spoilers, but that sounds really cool. I love when things can come in a dream, because I've had, if you've seen, going back to Popcross again, yeah, see, that looks cool if it's hidden in the background. All right, we're going to put more ribbons in once we're done with this. But if you saw when Popcross did the superheroes for the Trismegistus Academy, the character I drew, Melvin Tonin, who could manifest his dreams into reality, that spider demon that I drew was an actual dream I had. And when in the context of the dream, kind of scary. So, what blending mode do we want for you? Hard light, and then we just bring the opacity down to like. I also think I should just make you pure white. Yeah, that might do it. Or what if we do it the other? Nope, not that way. The other way, where it's like that. Yeah, we could do that, but then it gets a little clouded. What if I put you underneath? Not dead set on the angle, but I do like it having the streaks of the ribbon instead of just, well, we can maybe do both. I don't like both. Yeah, that looks fine. We should get a bunch of us doing that. Dempsey, I'm so sorry. That was so long ago, I forgot what I was talking about. Do you mind? We need to get a few artists doing that to make it a trend. Oh, considering the context of Law Advocate, I'm assuming it was the 5-year video challenge. I'm down to do it. It'd be hard to make a trend because, you'd have to schedule something 5 years out, but I think that would be a really cool idea. Or maybe like, I don't know. But yeah, we could definitely make that work. That would be a really good idea. That 5 years later thing would work really well as an April Fool's video. As by the time it comes out, it would be an unexpected surprise on yourself as well. Yeah, just to be like, wow, look how much I've improved. But for anybody like just joining the channel, what happened between this video and that one that his art quality declined so much? That would be a good April Fool's idea. Yeah, just me saying something simple and making KyngPin somehow talk about law. Top comment ends up being KyngPin collabs with every one of his artist subs in one video. Don't tempt me. That would be a really cool, like, year in the making kind of video. Or maybe, like, even something that big would wind up having, like, feature length. Would end up being, like, a feature length video. Especially if we did it how Dempsey, you and Popcross did it for the Godzilla challenge. And I'm blanking on the name of the other person who was with you. But if the whole thing was, you draw a prompt from every single person and then have to react. Everyone has to react to every single drawing. That could end up being like an MCU length video, which I'm not entirely opposed to. Ding, 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 ding. There's so many comments coming in. I feel bad that I'm taking so long to answer them. I mean, first Has-Been Hotel episode was mid. Maybe the next one will do better because we're finally getting season 1 with season 2. I didn't know season 2 was actually in the works. That's interesting. But yes, I agree. With the limited knowledge that I had with Has-Been Hotel at the time, I definitely think knowing the story, the plot of the season, the story could be a lot better. And also making Alistair, you know, an electric or dark type, which would have made a lot more sense than steel. You can update the undos in the preferences. Default 20 or so. You can set it to 99. What? Oh, that would have been so helpful. Settings, performance, 65 default. Okay, you guys can't see me doing this because that's not how I have the OBS set up, but let's take a look at this. Oh, that's not right. Performance, max size, defaults. Alright, I don't want to spend too much time, but I will look into that. Because that 20 undo limit really screws me up at times. So I will look into that. Thank you so much, Dempsey. Depending on your machine, it can hold up to a bit. Mine's 1,000 max, but not sure how much memory that would use. That's insane. Top redraw. Dempsey J illustrations. Top redraw chip. Top redraw tips. There we go. Work out the core concept for the redraw story ahead of time and bullet the points out. Then tweak them to fit the story. But you have the message still. Okay. Yeah. So write out the theme of the story and then add in the details later. That makes sense. For extra ribbons, sort the ones out in front, and once sorted, duplicate and flatten them, and just copy and move them. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Because they are going to have roughly the same, like these ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, are all going to have the same rough shading to them, except for like this one down here, which I'm going to add a, oh, didn't mean to do that. Going to add a shadow from where this hand is coming from. So we'll lower you a little bit, and then... yeah, see? So now there's a shadow being cast on it. But overall, like, I can just hide that, flatten it, and then I can just move them around without having to draw them again. So that is a good idea. Thank you for that. Where do you get your inspiration? That is an interesting question. Honestly, there's a couple different avenues of where I get inspiration. Number one is from comments. So... although there's sometimes I might not work specifically, like with what a comment specifically says, it does give ideas of what topics I could work with. So off the top of my head, I don't entirely know what it was. Well, number one, nope, blanking on the name again. JoJo Stands as Demons was a comment suggestion when the comment had a couple of specific stands to turn into demons, which I did for some parts, but in terms to just make the story flow a little more cohesively and just to, you know, like bring people in more, so to speak. since JoJo isn't, I would say, isn't the biggest in terms of, also, I just realized you need a shadow coming from this one too. Since JoJo isn't like the biggest fan base in the world, like it would be hard to get people who are not accustomed to the anime to click on that video. But if I did one of the more popular stands, how did I even do this? Okay, so it was 1, 2. Okay, there we go. So if I do one of the more popular stands in the thumbnail that even non-viewers of the series would know, that could bring them in more. But for that one, there were some specific requests to do, and I did one of them, but I just wasn't able to do both. And so that's number 1 where I get most inspiration. Number 2, kind of just sitting around and thinking. One thing I've noticed is, and I forget, there was a comedian who said this or something like that, is something along the lines of when you're not thinking of something, like when you're not trying to actively think, things come easier. So if you're just like sitting around, just like chilling out and being like, watching a YouTuber or something, an idea can pop into your head more likely than if you're just sitting down being like, what do I draw? What do I draw? What do I draw? And so there have been times when that has been the case. For example, that is how I had the idea to do cereal mascots as SCPs. I'm like, just sitting around, I might have been eating cereal, but just the idea of like, this is so drastically different, the two different types of topics, that this could work. And if memory serves correct, that actually did quite well. Yeah, Zero Mascots as SCP did pretty well. So there's inspiration number 2. And inspiration number 3, although I don't do this as often as I maybe could, is just usually what is trending. So, for example, Hazbin Hotel as Pokemon trainers. Hazbin Hotel just came out. Be like, oh, that's not right. Hazbin Hotel just came out. So, to increase possible views or clicks or people coming into the channel, I should make an episode revolving around what is one of the biggest shows to drop in January. Same thing for Five Nights at Freddy's and the Amazing Digital Circus. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie was coming out, so I'm like, this would be fun to do. And it just so happened to work out that Help Wanted, the video game, was coming out in that December, so last month. And so I was able to do a part 2 to that video, which was really good because everyone seemed to really enjoy the Five Nights at Venom's, which were some of my favorite designs until I did the Amazing Digital Circus. So those are the first 2 in terms of, those are the 3 main places where I gather inspiration. Comment suggestions, just whatever comes to mind from literally just sitting around, and whatever might be happening in the media. So I hope that answered your question. It was a very lengthy response to a, albeit pretty simple question that probably didn't warrant a 10-minute response, but I hope I answered it for you. Wolverine confined with Jake Long. P.S. Did you write down John Wick as Boba Fett? I believe I did. But just in case, let me do it again. John Wick as... I am not what one would call organized. So, It is possible I wrote down the Boba Fett John Wick idea and just it immediately got lost in the spreadsheet. But luckily I can search and find for specific topics, so it's not technically lost forever. Why are there so many ribbons? I say as there's 5. There definitely needs to be more in the background. This is very, very blank. How long have we been going for anyway? 2 hours. Really? 4:30 to 6:30. Wow. I did not think it's only been 2 hours. So which one are you going? What did you just do? You are going to this guy. All right. So number 1. I should be laying down flats for these ones. Yeah. Dang it. Well, I could always redo it. But yeah, lay down flats. Flat ribbons first. And then come in with the airbrush, same as we did for the mask. Or does that make it too rounded? No. Nah, I think that's fine. I do need to go a little softer on the airbrush, though. Boom. That's it. Oh, forgot to clear these ones. You have the shadow over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ding, 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 ding. How are we feeling about the candy cape like ribbons? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them. This one seems very small. Well, it's getting late. Need to catch my Z's. Catch you guys on the next live stream. All right. Thank you, Galhound, so much for joining. I realize you said that probably so long ago, and you probably didn't get to hear any of the answers to your questions. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I will get better at talking through all the comments to make sure everyone hears theirs read. Bear with me. It has been a long time since I live streamed. What about adding a bit of yellow or orange to the flat red of the gradient? That could work. Yeah, the gradient, I do see. So all the ribbons are a gradient of red to a lighter red now, but if I add another one, that could work, especially since I have it already. Then all I really need to do is change the colors. Well, that is indeed orange. All right, and then if we oh, what are the light modes? That's good. What if I just make you orange, put you over here? No, come back orange. Can you? Oh, you guys can't even see the gradient. Dang it. Not quite. I don't think that's the color we're looking for. Dang it, I liked it better when it was... Alright, that's the best one to do. Yeah, thank you for talking while I'm looking for human standing reference. After the human form, the other form should be easy. Yeah, just need a hint of it on the red to show up when you add the light and shadow. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if the hard light is the best blending mode, though. We'll experiment with that. You are very welcome for talking apple flavors. I don't know. I feel like that could get, my voice could get a bit annoying at sometimes. I don't know, but yeah, I have a tendency to just kind of fill dead space. It is, like I mentioned, it is the radio in me. If I am not talking for more than 7 seconds, the FCC is going to come and take me off the air. It's hard to... I did radio for about 2-3 years, and I'll admit it is a little hard to break the rule of you cannot have nothing. You cannot have silence for 7 or more seconds, or else things go wrong. And even when doing the gaming channel with my friends, it's like, if we are not talking, if we're not saying something at all the time, we might as well just scrap the episode. It is not a good thing. It is something I need to unlearn, but that is just how things go. I don't know how I'm feeling about these things here. Let's make you 50. Or no, let's make you 40 and you 60. Yeah, I might redo these. I don't know. As I mentioned, I don't think it was in the actual episode itself, but it was in the community post for promoting the video. And Dempsey could attest to this. Ribbons are hard. Like, these are a bit easier because they're not intersecting with one another. But, like, getting that sheen on it is really hard. I don't know. I feel like it would make more sense going this way. Especially if... Yeah. Does that not look too cylindrical now? No, I like that better. All right. Pack it up, folks. Come on. We're redoing everything. 40 and 60. Luckily, there's not thousands of ribbons I need to do. It's the one silver lining. Ding. Ribbons are a nightmare. Maybe do the orange on a new layer over them and set it to color soft light. Yeah, I'm wondering if I put it... Oh, that's not right. Soft light is so much better. Definitely need to... let's bring that down a little bit. 50? 50 looks good. Yeah. I am yet to figure out what all the blending modes actually do, but it's all about an experiment. What if the white was yellow or cream color? Not quite right. It looks like candy and I want to eat it. No, don't eat Gangle. I don't think she would taste very good. Then again, what do I know? I have no bearing on the creation of the Digital Circus. Although I wish I did. I wish it would have been so cool to play some part in that show. Because, like, all the voice actors did an amazing job. Everything about it is just so much fun. Also, did I make you white? Did I actually make you white? What did you say earlier about working in pure white? You never want to work in pure white. My guy, get it together. You're breaking your own rules. All right, how do you look? Let's find out. You're fine. You are... Oh, because I didn't lower your opacity. I'm like, you're very orange for something that I'm trying not to make so orange. All right, so this one down here is the cream color. This one up here is the white. At least I think that's cream. Maybe I'll... If I take you... I feel like you are just slightly too... That's it. You need to be so minuscule, you barely need to be noticeable. That's it. That's it. Because any other way makes it look a little too cylindrical. In fact, I might take off one of the shadings on each of them too. Just to... Yeah. Yeah. Alright, that is looking better. 40... Wait. Yeah, so 40 and 40. That is a ribbon. That looks a lot more like a ribbon. Okay, cool. We are figuring it out as we go. $40. Turn you off. Ooh, what happened there? There we go. Good as new. And that means you, my friend, are the final one we need to do. Well, not really. We need to make so many more ribbons to make this piece a little... Oh, wait, no, you are not the last ribbon. We still have the hand. Sorry, I lied. You get to be second to last, which is still pretty good. In fact, I'm actually doing the hand now because I wasn't paying attention to what layer I was on. Come here, and then we'll just... That didn't work. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? Where's the... Hello? Who put you at opacity 30? I sure didn't. There we go. Unfortunately, this is the only ribbon out of all of them that is going to wind up having a bit of 3D to it, which I'm not entirely opposed to, but all of them are at such different angles, it makes it kind of hard to figure it out. Nope, you're still at hard light. Let's soft light you down to 50. There we go. Yeah, the problem with making adjustments mid-layer is now I got to make sure that all the ribbons are on the same settings, which usually wouldn't happen because they would all be on one shading layer, but because of the idea I have for this one, we're making our job a little harder. I don't know. I think it's just interesting to be experimenting with different styles because, like, one thing, like, obviously main purpose of this art channel is to A, have an archive of all the art I do, and B, what is B? What was B? Oh, B is to improve my drawing skill and maybe do it, like, get comfortable drawing different things enough where I can do something really cool with it. So you are the drop shadow on the mask, meaning you can be my drop shadow. You can be my drop shadow for the hand. Boom. Shadows make everything 90% more realistic. All the characters are just fabulous. Yes, they were. If you have seen The Amazing Digital Circus, I want to know, sound off in the comments, who is your favorite character design and who is your favorite character personality. I should have came up with an answer for this. I don't know. That's a tough one. I've been stumped by my own question. I would say they're all really good characters. I like Gangle's design a lot. The ribbon and the theater mask aesthetic I really love. Jax and Kane are also really fun, but that might be because they're really fun to voice. So there's that. Who else is there? There's Ragatha. Ragatha I really like, but I'm not sure if it's in terms of design or in terms of that other thing I said. Character. Just character overall. Abstracted design person. Ooh, Abstracted does have a good design. I forgot about that. Oh. Jax with Pomni personality as they work well together. They very much do. Yeah, Jack's always keeping Pomni paranoid and on edge. That is true. The two of them work very well together. And I'm really interested to see how the dynamic between all of the characters grow in the coming episodes. Because I've been watching live streams from like the Amazing Digital Circus cast. And first off, the chemistry they have is amazing. Like, you can tell they all really enjoy working with each other and just they enjoy being a part of, dare I say, the biggest indie animation pilot of all time. But yeah, like everything about this show is just mind-boggling to me. And oh, yeah, that's not the right thing. Everything about it is just so cool. I like it. I like it. Let's add some more. I don't know what I was trying to do there. Yeah. The good thing about this now is what we can technically do. Do I have a square brush? This would be a lot easier if I had a square brush. Drop shadow. Square charcoal. Hard square. 12 pixels. 12 pixels is not going to do anything on this size canvas. There we go. Oh, that's not right. Why are you not... What is going on? What is happening? Can you cooperate, please? That would be... Oh, so much appreciated. Why did I... Sorry. Technical difficulties as Photoshop, which you can't see, forgets how to pick a brush. There we go. Squares. Well, let's turn on smoothing and then we'll... Alright, here we go. Like that. I don't love it. I might just... I'm just gonna head up back here to my brush and we'll... They're going to be obscured in shadow, so they don't need to be perfect, but I still can... Don't worry, everyone. The art is still there. It's just accidentally dragged it off the screen. There we go. It would be like on a normal video. Thank you, Dempsey. I don't know when the last time I saved this was. On a normal video, I would just have this layer and I'd do ribbon. Oh, forgot about that. I would just do ribbon. But because of the animatic or the motion graphic I want to make, I have to repeat this process several times. It's a-okay. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okie dokie. They're just little movie squares. I'm slightly tempted to draw one coming out of Gangle's mouth now. Like, how would that look? I'm kind of here for it. Yeah, now we're talking. Yeah, if you hadn't guessed, there's slight creepiness to this Gangle drawing. If the ominous remember to smile wasn't a hint enough. Nope, you should be bigger than the back one. I can zoom in. And there we go. Heck yeah. Cool. All right. I will add the shading to that in a second. Let me catch up with chat. Favorite character design is the abstracted. Personality-wise, they're still new and a bit too spontaneous or paranoid. Jax is a bit of a bum, so I guess Ragatha is my default for personality. That's good. I enjoy Ragatha's positivity. It really works well in contrast with Jax and his character. Also, Ragatha's voice is really nice. There's something about it that's just is really like you can hear the positivity in her voice. I don't know. Just an idea I had. Next one. Have you watched Steven Universe? If you have, I'm pretty sure a video of Steven Universe is Steven Universe characters as superheroes or dragons. If you want to try getting better at dragons, that's not a bad idea to, like I said, just do it and get better with time. So I definitely think I need to do a dragons one soon. But to answer your question, if I've watched Steven Universe, it might be like one episode. I've been really bad in terms of keeping up with things. Like keeping up with shows and stuff. It's just I don't know why. Like even some of my favorite shows I have not been able to keep up with. For example, Doctor Who, I missed like 1 week and haven't caught up in several seasons. The Flash, I don't know, I'm like 2 seasons behind, even though that show has been over for a little bit now. But like, yeah, I really, if there's one thing I want to get better at outside of art, number 1 is time management. And number 2 would be just finding free time and not being so obsessed with work that like I don't have time to watch anything. But then again, that's on me because I do spend I spend way too much time on YouTube. Just like watching videos not over and over again, but like just seeing what comes next. It might be a small issue. I need to get better at watching what I've subscribed for, maybe finding new channels, and then getting off and getting on with work. It looks like a tongue now. Which kind of fits, though, for the smiling thing. Like, you like in the context of everything else, you can see it's a ribbon, but like it also looks like Gangle's going, So, I'm not opposed to keeping it. I'm not opposed. Yeah, I think that was the right sentence. All right. Maybe a little bit more sheen would benefit some of you, but I gotta say, this is looking pretty good so far. My grammar. Oh, don't worry about it. My spelling is not the best, so you don't have to worry about grammar at all. This is the internet. Nobody cares about grammar. I'm trying so hard to make a human that I think I need water. So, yes, staying hydrated is important. I have water here because I have been talking so much and my voice is gone. And I also have a nice cup of tea. Just because I, enjoy a little bit of honey. Be sure to save now before it crashes. Once again, even though I've acknowledged that comment, always good to have. Just to play safe, Photoshop, forgetting how to... Oh, Dempsey, I don't know if I've said this on the channel or in a stream before, but when I was first live streaming back in whatever it was, 2021 maybe, I had a power outage in the middle of a stream. So all anyone saw was just, and then we'll do this with the art and this, done. The power comes back on. I try to open up the file. It's all gone. 2 hours of work into the nether. I was so mad. So yes. Another tip for starting an art channel, save and save often. That's just a general rule for life. I am actually losing track of some of the... I might need to group some of these because I am losing track on where the ribbons are. All right, all the line art will be up top. What is number 7? Oh, that's Gangle's tier. So much for having that as a reference. I forgot it was there. I forgot you are... Gangle's Mask is actually part of the thing. So we're going to leave you there. Oh, this just made it worse. Moving the line art just actually made this even more confusing. Tongue. There we go. There you are. Losing track of everything. All right. So I want you up top. You're going to act as the... Yeah. Maybe I'll put you down to a 50. Because I want to have like a whole nest of ribbons going back. So we're going to gradually bring them more and more back. Until they're almost nothing. I don't know. Like, this idea, you could argue, was not thought out very well. Like, story... I mean, there's no story to it, but like... I don't know. Does it really make sense for what it is? In terms of... I don't know. We'll find out. Oh, that's not it. That's an airbrush. Maybe making all on one layer and duplicating them out after we're styled together might be easier. Huh. It's possible. The problem is... Well, no, because then I could just... Yeah, that might actually work. I'm just weary about, like, if I'm drawing any ribbons that have to get crossed, then that would be really hard to separate out. So, might not be the most advisable, but I might stick to this way. I don't intend to add too many more ribbons, but I also think it's better if I add the ribbons first and then adjust in terms... Oh, that is the... I'm like, where are these really straight black lines coming from? It's from the mask itself, which I might need to get rid of. I don't actually know yet. We'll play that one by ear. You will stick at 50. You will be the first one to come to a much lower, higher opacity, technically. Yeah, see? Okay, so here is where I need to get rid of the mask liner. You are very thick for a ribbon. There we go. That looks better. Then we will copy and paste all of the shading to you and to you. Ooh, nope, messed something up. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. And I will turn you into an 80. Perfect. Throw on the orange. Yeah, this is coming together nicely. We have a little bit of dead area here, so we're going to cover that next. Hey, fun idea for dragons. Have you done pixel-like art? Maybe to make it simple and also have fun, make a pixel dragon, but each one is a pixel video game character. Pixel art has, what's the word, interested me for a long time, because back when I was in like 6th grade or something, back when I was like in 6th grade, my friends did pixel art on Excel. So Microsoft Excel, they would make everything, they would make every box square, and they would make like, they would like redo the Minecraft, like Minecraft armor and stuff. And I've always wanted to try it like in a program meant for art, not just Excel. Although Excel as a video wouldn't be a horrible idea. But yes, so pixel art dragon or pixel art anything would be a really fun thing to do. Ding, 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 mask. Yeah, all right, so let's cover that dead area. And you're going to actually come down quite a lot. So if we do you like here and like, And then if we put you behind everything and make you an even bigger, or yeah, even a higher opacity, would you work? This might be crazy enough to just work. Yes. Yes, you're really getting that sense of depth now, and I really like it. I'm not sure if I'm going to add highlights to the ones in the back. Doesn't really seem like that would fit. What you do need is the ones in further back definitely need a shadow layer. Sending all these ribbons to the shadow realm. I love how I've jumped back and forth between rendering styles. Like, I started this like, all right, let's do one shadow layer with a hard brush, and then we'll blend it in with an airbrush. And now it's just all airbrush all the way. Yeah. How we feeling without the... I don't know, even if it's darker, I think it could benefit from a little bit of... Yeah, it needs just a little bit of shading. Maybe I'll lower the opacity a little bit, but overall, you really need that to make it look. Oh, well, that would help. I'm like, why isn't this orange? It's because the... Ooh... That is a nice, vibrant red. If I bring you down to 80, you look really nice. Especially since you're less in focus with the... Yeah. That's not bad. It's definitely... You can definitely tell it's more in the background, and it still gets that shine through. Although, I still really think they're looking a little too cylindrical. But, it is okay. Maybe when Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League releases, you could do a Suicide Squad themed video. That'd be really cool. I'm also really interested in that game. It looks really fun, but if there's one thing I'm worse at than making, or if there's one thing I'm worse at than keeping up with TV shows, it's finding time to play video games. But that is definitely a game that looks really cool. So... a Suicide Squad video would look really cool. Especially since I love superheroes so much and I really want to get better at... really want to get better at designing superheroes. Because I used to do like really cool designs, and now for the life of me, I don't know what it is, but I cannot like... Some of the designs, they're just... I don't know where to go detail-wise. It's so weird. But definitely would love to do a video like that, especially because I love DC. I'm not huge. I've fallen way behind when it comes to what's it called, the MCU and stuff. But like, I'm still like I love the idea of superheroes and like different superheroes. Very interested to see how this is going to turn out when it comes to... Oh my god, I just realized this right here. You can barely see it, so I might make this one a little brighter. This looks like a neck. This looks like Gangle's neck right here. So if we put you up to 50, yeah, and do some adjustments. Also, I'm pretty sure Gangle's, like all this for Gangle is blacked out. Like they're not actually physically holes, but rather just like the masks should be flat. But I think I'm going to take some creative liberties here because I like where this is going. However, since you are Gangle's neck, you are going to have to make some adjustments. There we go. So now it is coming through the mouth a little bit, which is a little oops, but it still looks really good. Oh, and the mask does need a... Oh, the mask does need a shadow for where the tongue is coming out. You also need to actually now be drawn to... There we go. That doesn't look good at all. All right, there we go. Boom. 1. Cancel. 2. Gotta make... Well, actually, I can mask out the mask. Always make sure to mask out the mask. Yeah. Okay, now. Cool. Now we have a properly functioning tongue that blends in perfectly. Now, Gangle's neck. Also, let me find... Have to make some budget cuts to Gangle's mask in order to make sure everything works. Perfect. Another idea, just for randomly saying it out there, maybe do something with angels as opposed to demons. Maybe like make biblical demons into angels. No idea, just a question. That's interesting. That would be something different, because demons is a like me or Popcross, Dempsey, and I want to say other ones that I'm blanking on the moment, but have all done demons. So like doing the actual polar opposite of that could be a really fun idea. In fact, turn something into angels. Suicide Squad. There you go. Does anybody know when that Suicide Squad game comes out? Because like I've been hearing a lot about it for a long time, but I just have absolutely no idea when it's actually supposed to release. Alright, Gangle has just gotten sufficiently creepier with a neck. And I don't know how to feel about that. Gangle is slowly but surely turning into an analog horror series. Oh, wait, way too far up. Yeah, it's not bad. I like it. Don't forget the tear, yeah. Seeing as you already did in My Hero Academia in Western, you can do Suicide Squad in Western. That would be a cool idea. I did really like how the Western designs came out. What had happened to you? Why is there a crack in the mask? Well, a crack that shouldn't be there. I see what you did. You accidentally got erased. You can't be going and getting erased now. Despite how I had some gripes per se with the like facial expressions and the anatomy of the My Western Academia video, I really did like designing the cowboy outfits. So, wow. I just took a look at the full thing for the first time. There are so many ribbons. I didn't realize how many we were working with here. This got out of hand fast. Good. Where am I going to put the remember to smile part? That is a good question, me. I don't know if I'm going to include it anymore. Nah, I'm sure I will. Maybe it'll just be in the animatic or in the final version, because I want to do... Oh, that's not right. I want to do some scripting, like glowing script writing for that remember to smile stuff, and that might take a little bit of internet research. All right, how are we feeling on this one? I'm not going to lie. I'm sufficiently creeped out about adding a neck to Gangle. What if... Wait, hold up. What if we did this? What if we still simulated a neck, but we just didn't show it past the mouth, making it look like everything's blacked out, but it's not really? No. No. It looks like a worm. I don't know. I kind of like that better. I don't love the idea of... Yeah, I like it. I like the idea of it better being like Gangle in a web of her own ribbons rather than Gangle sticking her head through something. So we are going to scrap the neck and use these layers for another ribbon. And this is what's so great about digital art, is nothing is permanent. Almost. There is so much mask line art that I got so hidden. How far down does that crack go? Jeez. There's too many layers to undo, to like hide, to see how far that mask crack goes, but it's fine. Another idea, gods are maybe, I don't know, something like rich video game characters, but if they were poor, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Gangle did always have a net, like Gangle has a piece of ribbon coming out from like the back center of her mask and going down, but adding it here, I did not like the way it was looking. What are you? Oh, I was going to say, what is this weird shine that is left on the back of the thing? Yeah, I'm not going to... I was going to say, what if I had one that like goes over one ribbon and under another one? That's too much work. Although technically, all I would really have to do is... It would just depend on the shadows. I don't know. I don't think that's something like... Especially with how dark the ribbons are getting. So dark that, in fact, that I'm struggling to see them on my drawing tablet. That's probably not good. But with how dark they are getting into the background, I don't think like someone just looking at the piece would be able to tell, oh, one goes over, one goes under. So I don't think it is a detail we need to stress. A detail we do need to stress, though, is how this corner is so crowded at the moment. Oh my gosh, what happened? How did so many ribbons end up being in this one area? Still, maybe I'll drop you down to like 20. Because like I still want the sheen there, but I don't want it to be too much there. Uh-oh. Photoshop, you look like you're lagging a bit. You okay there, buddy? Oh boy. Seeing how you said you want to be known for goofy ideas, imagine Godzilla monsters as mascots. Like sports team mascots? Oh my gosh. That would be funny. Mascots are awesome. Like, there's something about a mascot, like a sports mascot, or just some... I could have been a mascot. What does that mean? I feel like it feels like I'm 50 years old and I'm looking back on my life. I could have been a mascot. Where did I go wrong in life? I could have been the best mascot this side of the Mississippi. I would get those crowds cheering. They'd be giving me A's and B's and C's and like there was no tomorrow. Mascot reflecting. I'm sorry, missed a word. Senior mascot reflecting on his life. No idea what I'm going to do with that, but it is an idea. I think maybe one more, but I think we're nearing the end. I think we are getting to a place where I'm very happy. Oh God, I have to put rim lighting on all this. All right, we're nearing the end of the drawing phase, or the rendering phase, I should say. But don't you worry, there's still more to go. Once again, all this would be so much simpler if I was doing them all in one layer like I usually do, but I really want, I want all of these ribbons to come in. Like, Gangle's mask appears out of the darkness. Gangle's mask appears out of the darkness, and all these ribbons just wrap around. I'm basically trying to make an animation here. And why do you feel like really flat? I don't know. It feels like this back ribbon here is very flat. Maybe if I take some of this out to make it shine more. I'll do it. I like it. I'm really liking it. Kind of reminds me of the Poppy Playtime posters. I could see it. I could definitely see it. Maskware. Oh my God! Look. I'm gonna move out. Look at all the layers we have here. This is insane. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh Lord. All right. Looking good. Looking really good. There's something like, I didn't really think out the remember to smile part. It was like remember to smile maybe. I don't know. I think it's good. I think I'm in a place where I'm happy with it. All right. Let's do rim lighting. And then we will red. So green would be the contrast, but oh boy, that's an image. All right, so let's do the rim lighting, and then we will call it, and then I will take a look at this tomorrow, see if there's anything I want to add to it, and then we can post it. Radioactive. Radioactive Gangle. What would radioactive Gangle look like? Like, assuming it's the trope of radioactivity gives you superpowers. What if Gangle was bitten by a radioactive spider? What if Gangle was Spider-Man? There's a video idea. Yeah, what if the Amazing Digital Circus was Spider-Man? Gangle is Spider-Man, or Spider-Woman, I guess. And like everyone everyone else is like a villain, which wouldn't, well, not everyone, but like Jax would be a Spider-Man villain. Ragatha would probably be an ally. Pomni, just to balance out the story, would also probably be a villain, just because. Well, no, there's also Kaufmo you can use, so. Yeah. This might not be a horrible video to make. What if the Amazing Digital Circus was Spider-Man? Get ready. Get ready for the Amazing Digital Circus year of content. Every video I do is going to relate to the Amazing Digital Circus. Even that, I feel like that would be too much Digital Circus even for me. As much as I would love to do another Digital Circus video, one that's not Venomized, just because it was really fun to work with them. But then again, I feel like I've dug myself into a hole by Venomizing every character, save for Sun and Moon. Is like, now I feel like if I do one, like, I don't know who I would choose, because like, if Popcross does like the same topic but turns them into two different things, he has the ability to use different characters of ones he didn't use. But since the cast of Amazing Digital Circus is so small, and I've sufficiently covered all of them, including Bubble, it would be... I just realized I need a shadow for the tongue. Like, I don't know who I would even start off with if I did another Amazing Digital Circus episode. I guess it would really just depend on which ones I think I could make the strongest designs for. And like, also I would have to I'm a little worried about playing bias, because there's some characters that I just resonate a little bit more with than others, and that's no fault of the writing. It's just because we didn't get to spend a lot of time with all of the characters in the pilot. Like, you've got the main you have Pomni obviously, and then like Kane and Jax and Ragatha. And I feel like while they got significant screen time, Gangle, Zubul, and Kinger kind of got... They were the B plot, which was not the main focus of the episode, even though they did both come and tie together nicely. Oof, curves are hard. Looking cool so far. Thank you. A ribbon version of the Hulk. Oh my goodness. Buff Gangle is insane. Oh, that would be fun. Yeah. The Amazing Digital Circus as Marvel superheroes. Actually, wait, didn't Popcross do that? Didn't Popcross turn like Kinger into an X-Men? Alright, so that might not be a completely original idea, but it's okay. I mean, obviously I would make sure it's okay with him if I could get in contact with him. But another one of my things that I like to tell myself, aside from if you want to do something, you'll make time for it, is that didn't work, did it? Well, I could do this. There we go. Now that I have you, I could do you, this thing. Maybe a little more vibrant. Not by much. Just a teeny tiny little bit. I'm okay with that. That looks good. Oh. Gangle being bitten by a radioactive ribbon worm or something. There's been so much The Amazing Digital Circus lately. I mean, you could make yourself in TADC like an OC, or maybe make something like Popcross did, selves into a dragon, then transform and venomize that. It's funny you should mention that, Apple Flavors, because that bonus video I did a few weeks ago, where I drew Farewell to MatPat, that was actually supposed to be a Amazing Digital Circus OC, and I had started drawing it, but I just wasn't happy with the result, so I scrapped that or put that on the back burner, because I've been thinking of an Amazing Digital Circus OC, but I have the base idea in mind. I just need to finalize like it as a character, if that makes sense. Be like, I don't know the right word, but like, I have the premise of the character. How to implement said premise into the show is a little trickier than I originally thought. But yeah, I would so love to do a Amazing Digital Circus OC. I would love to do any type of OC because I did it a few months back, but I believe Dempsey, you just recently did this. You did the Hell of a Boss OC Imp Challenge. And when I did that one, that was really fun to make. And so I would love to do more stuff like that. Maybe do like an indie animation gauntlet. Hello? Okay. Do like an indie animation gauntlet where it's like, or not a gauntlet, but like a marathon or something where like every week is a new indie animation kind of video, like working with all the different types of indie animation there are. And like maybe one of them could be putting myself into Lackadaisy, Murder Drones, Amazing Digital Circus. That could be cool. Or it could be a bonus episode series. I don't really know. Like, I started off this year being like, yeah, I'm going to... What was it? I'm going to try to get a bonus video out a month. And then here I am live streaming, which was not part of the plan, but I'm very glad I decided to do this because otherwise I don't know if this would have ever gotten made. And I'm really happy that this one got made, and I'm even happier that I can share it with all of you. Where is my... I'm like, why is the line art not showing up? It's because it is in a clipping mask that was completely solid. So I could have been drawing for hours on end. It was never going to show up. I also realized I've kind of forgotten to do shadows on some of the back ones. So like this guy over here should have a shadow, but that is a-okay. We're just going to take it nice and slow. Oh no, I've lost it. There we go. There's so many layers. How are we thinking of the rim? I feel like the rim should be a little... No, I think that's fine. Oh boy. What are you? Okay. We're just kind of really going down the line in terms of... No, that's not right. In terms of this line art, this rim lighting thing. And gotta make sure to save. I'm thinking it might... But then again, I won't be able to find them. I was going to say it might be easier if I just do the solid ones first and then go in an airbrush so I'm not constantly switching back and forth. But then, how would I find anything? Like I said, organization is not my strong suit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Slight. If you want really goofy, do mathletes as superheroes? That's interesting. Yeah, I did that challenge too. Very fun. Yeah, I did that challenge too. It was very fun. I was pretty close to style too. I could probably find it in show. Oh, that'd be all, like you were close to the actual style of the show? That's really cool. Like, I would love to be... I feel like that's another cool video idea. Try to draw in the style of things. Because I did that with a few shorts when I was doing Doodle a Day series. But like, yeah, I've never really tried drawing something in the style of the actual show. Or like take thing A and draw it in the style of thing B. All right, so we have you, we have the top. So we should have like, where are all these ribbons coming from? Oh my gosh. All right, what are you? You're this guy. So you would have a shadow there and some shadow here. It doesn't appear too often, but it adds just enough to be like, yeah, I can see the difference there. What are you? Okay, you're the one down here. Which, huh? Oh, you're this guy in the back. Speaking of back, I don't think I've ever drawn this long in a single sitting. Ow. Bones hurt. Also, draw OC challenges. I think was Apocalypse, FNAF, and Hell of a Boss. That's awesome. The creator I follow that did the Hell of a Boss one has a whole bunch of them that I've wanted to do. The problem is, art takes so long. Bit my tongue. That is the theme of today's stream. I want to do things, but art takes too long. Yeah, exactly. Fantasy Creed. Really amazing artists. Absolutely love their work. Okay, there we go. You were not on airbrush, you naughty little rascal. I really don't know how. Is it too vibrant? Is the green too vibrant? Also, what happened to the green on the mask? What the? Did I accidentally move it? Okay, well, guess we're doing that one again. I don't know what happened. It's just like, whoa. That is quite interesting. I don't know what happened. Just the rim lighting disappeared. Oh, I gotta go around the eye holes again. Gangle's green screen of doom. No, not the green screen of doom. The only green screen I need is the one that makes me pretty much invisible. Oh my god, I have to I genuinely have to go through this whole thing again. What happened? I'm gonna have to go back and look at the recording and see if I accidentally moved it without copying it. Oopsie doodles. Well, if that's the one mistake I've made this whole stream, then I'm pretty okay with that. Speaking of mistakes, make sure to save. So yeah, currently going to do the anime prompt for you to submit that, finish, and then make other stuff. That's awesome. I can't wait to see it. They are so fun, and I'm so glad I get to involve everyone else in the art or in the videos now. I'm so glad that you have all given me a chance. Popcross has given me a chance to all just to be where I am. And once again, I will say thank you all so much for joining the live stream. We're here for a little bit longer just to put the finishing touches on our Gangle motivational poster. Maybe. But I do want to say thank you because I know some people have to go in and out. So I will thank you at the start, beginning, end, and on the hour, at the hour. It's looking okay. Really liked it the first time, but it's fine. It's a double okay. Currently watching this while working on my own art project. It's turning Godzilla monsters into dinosaurs. Oh, that's really cool. I don't have much knowledge on dinosaurs to do. I wouldn't say to do a dinosaur vid because that could easily be fixed through a wonderful thing called research, but I don't know. I just like, if I did a dinosaur based video, I would have to sit down and comb through an encyclopedia of dinosaurs just to like have a reference of what dinosaurs even exist. All right. I believe you are the last background one. Yeah, foreground, 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 foreground. All right. I don't need a green screen. It needs to go away. Yeah. But it's always technical difficulties. They always appear at the worst moments, don't they? Oh, here would be a really cool thing to do, and your computer's just like, what if we didn't? What if we did not that? Oh, wait. Okay. Yes, that's correct. Go into airbrush. Now you go into the delete one. Coming from the top of the screen is pretty much a gamble because you might just drag it away from the actual application. Not trying to cheat, but is there any certain anime you like? Totally not trying to cheat on the redraw. No, you're good. Well, the redraw could either be an existing one or one you made up. So it's whatever you think fits best. In terms of anime I like, it's been a while since I've watched one. I don't know. My problem is I really enjoy almost everything I watch. Like, I'll enjoy some things more than others. The Amazing Digital Circus. But like, unless something like really waste my time, I just enjoy just sitting down and being entertained. But anime I like. I really enjoyed Castlevania. That was a good one that I just watched recently. My Hero was the first one I ever watched, so special place in my heart for that one. What else? Kill la Kill. I enjoyed the premise of that one. That one's a little, in terms of concept, though, it's a little, interesting, we'll call it. One I'm working through manga-wise. I saw the anime before Netflix took it down. One I'm working on manga-wise is Soul Eater. That's really good. And I think off the top of my... Oh! JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Just love... If we're talking about an anime I love the premise of, that's it. That's one of them. That might be one of the top ones because stands are such a cool power set, and the fact that they're named after bands that I usually listen to just makes it so much better. So, yeah. Although I know you're not cheating at the redraw, but JoJo is up there in terms of favorite what's it called? Anime. You can't cheat on something that's subjective. Yeah, pretty much. That is true, but those are the animes off the top of my head that I really enjoyed. All right, so I think that takes care of the background ones. Let's get to the mask because the tongue needs a drop shadow. Just a small one, just like that, just to break up the lighting. Three dinosaurs you can use are the Therizinosaurus, Pyroraptor, and the Ceratosaurus. I think I said those right. But I'll have to look those. I'm going to take a picture of those three so I can look them up after the stream. All right, cool. All right, so we have 6 6 more ribbons to do rim lighting on? Please, Gangle, spare me. My back hurts. Yeah, I need to get better at sitting. Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, what? Okay, what was that? That was weird. I think one of them might have... One of these ribbons might have... Or one of these layers might have 2 rim lightings on them. That is going to bite me during the animatic, isn't it? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's A-okie dokie K. All right, how's that looking on the clearer ones or the brighter ones? Ah! Gangle jump scare. It's looking good. I like it. They feel just a little too rounded for my liking, but it's okay. Like I said, I'll give this a look tomorrow and make any changes I feel are necessary. Bring you up. Up. Why does it always become green? All right, here's the tongue. Yep. Order of operations is important. Back. Well, welcome back, Scott. How you doing? My Discord name is Glitchy Yoshi, and I want to help you make videos. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. At the moment, I don't know if I have anything that requires an extra set of hands, but I will comb through my schedule and see if there's anything I can. But even if I don't find anything to help you with, or for you to help with, I really actually appreciate the offer. I really do, because it's, I don't know, it's just cool to have someone be interested enough to offer to help. No, I airbrushed it away on the wrong layer. You are supposed to be up here. There we go. Oh, wait. Here we go. Come on. Work with me. Work with me, rim lighting. Rim lighting is always hard because, like, you want to make sure it's subtle, but also not... Wait, no. You want to make sure it's bright enough to bring out the edges of the piece, but on the other hand, you don't want it to be staring you in the face. You need it to be present, but subtle. And so, overall, I think that's pretty good. The mask has a few areas that I might tweak, but overall, we are hitting the end game. Oh. All right, grab you. There's so many ribbons. Why did I do this to myself? I would like to draw the ribbon, please. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. I'm like, why isn't this working? Come on. Come on. Make a straight line. There we go. Nice and easy. Nope, that's not right. Nope, you just erased everything you did. Stop it. Stop undoing the things you do. Oh, brother, come on, man. Pull it together. Bingo, that's it. All right, boom. Soft brush. Deselect. Big. Swipe. Messed it up. Swipe. 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 Uh-oh. Too much. Let's go back. Swipe. Swipe. Too vibrant. Swipe. Swipe. There we go. I actually started a DM chat with you so I can help you make video suggestions. Awesome. There's also, I know you're part of our Discord, so there's also a suggestion tab for that one too if you want to put them there just in case I miss a DM or two. Because Discord has become one of my primary sections for chatting just through all the different projects I'm in. So it becomes a little hectic sometimes to keep track of everything. So if you want to put them in the video suggestion part of the Discord, that might make it more likely to be seen. Just because I'm more not open, but more likely to check Discord servers than I am with private messages. Just because in the past, people have tried to scam me through Discord messages, so I'm very weary about opening them. But that's okay. I've gotten past it, and thankfully, had never had anything stolen, because I don't know. They just decided to not, whatever it is. So, yes, I hope you enjoyed the history of Kyle's experience with Discord. Come on, I need you to be a little thinner. Come on. Come on, nice and nice. Nice and easy. Alright, that'll do good. And a 1. Nope. And a 1. And a 2. And a 3. And I'm noticing as the lower the opacity gets, the more brown the rim lighting is starting to look. That's really interesting. I'm going to... Okay. I have an idea. Duplicate. Flip. Why are you... Chat, how do we feel about the two hands? I'm not in... There's some aspects of it I like. There's some aspects of it I don't. That being said, I need you to... Okay. There you go. Now, yeah. All right, so now you look the same in terms of your lighting, but I don't know how I feel about it. We'll put you on the back burner for now. Let's continue with the rim lighting. We only got a few left to do. And then I think we can call this stream a success. Which one are you? You're this bottom one here. Ribbon candy still. Yeah, a little bit, but I think we're way too deep to find a way to make Gangle look less delicious. And let's be honest, if any of the Amazing Digital Circus cast was going to be made out of candy, it would definitely be Gangle. Jax would be like a Sour Patch Kid, maybe. Pomni is an interesting one. I don't know what Pomni would be. Actually, Jax would be a Warhead. Because at least Sour Patch Kids eventually get sweet. I don't think Jax is ever sweet. Other ones, Kane would be a Jawbreaker. Just because he is all teeth. Twizzlers? A little bit. Yeah, Gangle's got some Twizzler energy. Yeah. Like, Twizzlers or, what is it, like Candy Rope or something? Because or like Candy Vine. No, what was it? I don't know. Yeah, red ropes. That's what it was. It's something different than Twizzlers, but it's another type of candy. I also got to make sure I'm duplicating these and not just dragging them. And once again, accidentally made everything visible. All right, you are the hand. Could be a little thinner at the top. There we go. Oh yeah, you have these too. You have the little fork. I gotta say, I am really happy with how this is turning out. Me out here about to eat Gangle like fruit by the foot. Oh no. That's funny. Wait a minute. Did we do it? I think we did it. I think that was the last ribbon. Other than the inverse, which... Oopsie, what happened there? That's really weird. I don't know what happened there. Perfect. Yeah, it would have made a lot more sense to duplicate the ribbon once everything was done with it. So now the only thing we really need is to find the mask. I'm going to duplicate the shadow layer in case I decide to not do Gangle second arm and add in the shadow for this one. All right. I think that's it. I think we did it. Oh, wait, no. I see. I spy with my little eye a piece of line art sticking out. You are only supposed to make the Gangle mask a little less wonky. Other than, is that on my monitor or is that? Maybe I'll add a little texture bit to Gangle. Oh, that's not it. Let's go 30. Cupcake Pomni bottom text. Pomni would be a lollipop. Yeah, I could see that. What would the plot of a fusion episode be? That's a good question. I do have an idea. I did have an idea for a narrator for fusion-based episodes. I'm not going to reveal it yet, just in case I do go through with it or do not go through with it. But, yeah. I don't know what that was. For the plot of a fusion episode, would have to be... how do I feel about this? That's not... I don't like it. The plot of fusion episodes would be... I don't know. It would have something related to the narrator in order to make the stories more cohesive. Because I did try one fusion episode. Once again, it was another Popcross one, go figure. It was Popcross's design challenge where you had to fuse 3 or more of your favorite characters. Trying to combine all 3 bits of lore for that one was rough. So if I ever did more fusion episodes, it would definitely either be 2 characters or would have a narrator to interject to make the story a little less, or the research part, I should say, a little less heavy on my part. But if I did do a fusion episode with the narrator I have in mind, it might be my favorite narrator to voice. So you can tell how much I've thought about this if I already have an idea for a voice in my head. Well, that is way too light. 70 is probably a good one. It's a little lopsided. I feel like the narrator would like to see what the outcome of mixing two characters would look like. Yeah, something along those lines. It would be just like, oh, let's see what happens. You know, the backbone of any good scientific endeavor. Let's just throw things at the wall and see what sticks. Nothing's ever gone wrong in science that way. As a wise man once said, science isn't about why, it's about why not. Cave Johnson, like circa 2006, or whenever Portal 2 came out. You don't need to be 100, but I think that's the best drop of water I've ever drawn in my life. I like it. What do you all think? I think for a first stream, this was very successful. Like I said, I'll look at this with a fresh pair of eyes tomorrow morning and make any changes if need be. But overall, I think this is a good stopping point. Yeah, I might adjust that rim lighting a little bit. It's looking a little wacky. I never added the noise. Oh, I never added the noise texture. Once again, going to be a nightmare. So I will do that off camera because that's going to be tedious and boring to watch. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for joining me here. How long has it been? It has been 3.5 hours. Wow. Did not think it was that long. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know if this is going to be a weekly thing. I'm still trying to figure out schedule things. But I will be sure to post in the community tab if I do end up making this making it a weekly thing. Because Sundays would work out pretty well, actually, now that I think about it. All right. Stay tuned for an announcement if there will be a stream next week. And Dempsey gave me a good idea to just, for now, put a thing of noise over it. It's very minimal. Can't really see it, but trust me, it is there. So I'll leave like an extra minute if anyone has any other questions or comments they would like to put in. But other than that, I think we are good to call it a night. Thank you all so much. Let me read a few more comments. Looks good. Thank you, Dempsey. Looks great. Thank you, Chainsaw Hunter. Could Blitzo and Goofy be a better dad? Pomni and Daffy bypass abstraction. Roadrunner at sonic speed? I don't have the science credentials to answer any of those questions. I'm so sorry. But those would be good things to definitely explore sometime in the future, maybe. Look at it in a fresh with no pink light. Yeah, that's definitely gonna make me feel different about this. Not bad for first 3.5 hour stream. Thank you. Love being here, even though I didn't say anything, chat. It was nice watching you draw. Well, thank you for hanging out. I'm glad you came to just stay out, and I'm glad you had a good time. Looking forward to seeing more of what you do. Seeing what you do to finish this off. Thank you. All right. Well, Fusion Narrator. Oh, yeah. The Fusion Narrator could answer those questions. Oh, I see what you mean now. Yeah, that would be really cool. It's so amazing. What the hell? This blows my art out of the water. Well, one thing you never want to do with art, and I'll end the stream on this, is you never want to compare yourself to other people because everyone's at their own stage in the artistic process. And it's good to look at others and take tips and tricks from other artists and other artists that you look up to, but saying like, oh, my art is not as good as theirs is not, it puts you in a mentality where it can really do a lot of harm to your enjoyment of art. So my best advice is to look at a artist you enjoy, see what they do that you like, and try to emulate that, and then just keep practicing until you're at a place where you're comfortable, for lack of a better word. But other than that, once again, thank you all so much for joining, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out, everyone.